É aí, bichão. É aí, Laranjinhos. I'm here with one of the great, one of the smallest, but also biggest, but also is very small and short champion of the UFC. His name Henry Cejudo. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. Tio Renato, thank you for having me on your shoulder. Such an honor.
Well, it is. It's
Such
a pleasure.
an honor.
It's a pleasure for you to be on here. This is like the icings to the cake because at this point you beat the so-called GOAT, which a lot of people might argue that before the UFC, your uncle Hanach might have been the GOAT, but and then you also beat CJ Dillashaw. And so, you're hiding high. You've been on the Mike Tyson program. You've probably been on the fucking talk shows and JHE with Joe Hogan and all that shit. But now you're in the big leagues. You finally made it. You've arrived. Okay.
Boy, man, everything has been good. And these victories against these legends, man, have really has made me a young legend. That's how I feel like.
Well, take it easy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, porra, caralho. 2 fucking fights over here, it's already a legend, caralho.
Yeah, but it's like when you beat a legend, when you beat 2 legends, it's almost it makes you a legend killer.
That's true.
What I mean? That's kind of how I feel because I don't have that many. I have 10 fights in the UFC. That's it.
Yeah. How many fights in the UFC?
10, porra.
Yeah, that's a good amount, caralho. That's 10. That's the same amount of stripe I have on my black belt, porra. You understand that?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so everybody know how you came, what was your present, but I'm interested to go back onto the past of Mexican American history and to find out about you. First of all, it sounds like you're in a soup kitchen over there. What the fuck is going on in the background?
I don't know, man.
You live with your family still, your Mexican family?
No, I got some friends too at night that are playing pool, but I'm gonna go outside. I want to be respectful to my chill and not.
Yeah, but don't let the wind. If it's windy over there, then I'm gonna hear the whistling through there. So careful from that. If you wanna put some female on the phone, I don't mind that one. Okay, you're big time now. You're partying with your friends. I think you're trying to make us believe that you're like Hugh Hefner, but I feel like it's really like your abuelita and a bunch of fucking Mexican friends of yours is like hanging out after a quinceañera, porra. That's really the situation, but I'll play along. You have a lot of friend over and a lot of model and a lot of sexy girl and stuff like that. Okay, caralho.
Yeah, chill, but that's for us big boys, man.
That's for the big boy, huh? Well,
you over there, go stay out in California with your black belt.
With my black belt, yeah. I'm in California, but I'm all over the place. It's easy for me to take a plane over. You know what my favorite stuff's to do? Whenever anybody talks shit to me online or whatever, like have a sulch attitude and talk shit to your Uncle Hanach and try to act like a tough guy, I like to find out. I go onto the Instagram and I found out where they train, and I go get a seminar over in their gym so that they have to see me to walking around and making myself comfortable and being paid by the sensei to have me out there. I feel like that's the sweetest revenge.
Yes, you're over here taking heads, and I like it.
That's how I do it.
There's a little gangster inside on you and that.
Well, I wasn't always a international celebrity and sex symbol. I came up the hard way, porra. not unlike yourself. I heard that you. Now I thought that you came from like somewhere like East LA, Boyle Heights, or something like that. But a little birdies was telling me that you grew up in the black area. You was born in Martin Luther King Hospital.
Yeah.
See, in my experience, in African America, wherever there's a MLK Boulevard or hospital, there's gonna be a lot of black people there, and you better watch your P's and Q over there.
Yeah, man. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure if I had any black in me, but I was born in South Central.
So you was born in South Central, and so was you born into a black family or Mexicans?
A Mexican, I hope not. Now you got me guessing, man.
Yeah.
Now you got me guessing whether I'm black or not.
Hey, you never know. The mailman, a lot of that mailman's is black, you know, and they like to deliver more than the news, than the daily news or whatever. There was delivered some other stuff. So, but then again, so maybe even though you're short, like you're probably black from the waist down, like Sammy Davis Jr. But you never know.
Yeah,
Did you ever met your? Did you ever met your father?
Yeah. I don't think he's black.
What's his first name?
George.
George. Yeah, that's like George Jefferson. So it's maybe, but it's if it was like Leon or Chihon or something like that, or Dwayne, I would be worried. But maybe you're safe. Maybe he's just Mexican. What part of Mexican he came from?
He was from Mexico City.
Oh, carajo. So the hill, like from the streets. He's from the streets. So he met your mommy out there or out here?
Actually, they met in California.
Oh, they met So why?
Yeah, they met in California back in '87.
Why they gravitate toward a black neighborhood? South Central in '87 was an unsavory place to reside.
Y'all Mexicans always come with this shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you're It's freaking this is what minorities do, man. The minorities, when they don't got enough AIs, enough money, they gotta make ends meet. And that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah, you gotta make ends meet, but why you gotta meet black people though? They're gonna take some of the ends. They're gonna take some of the ends that you got and take that for themselves, porra.
Yeah.
That's blackpeoplemeet.com, porra.
Yeah.
Is that one of your sponsors now? You're trying to ease that in, your sponsorships in there. I didn't say you could do that. And I can tell you've been smoking some natural marijuana because it sounds like one of those Mexican girls giving you a deep tissue massage right now.
Yeah, man. I just smoked a little bit, had a little edible.
Well,
I'm in training camp right now, so I'm getting ready for my next fight, man. It's just.
But you're allowed to do that? They let you to smoke in these days in the UFC?
Yeah. They allow a certain amount. I mean, I think it's only in competition, but as long as you don't test a certain amount, you're able to smoke. So
in training camp, you can smoke all you want.
In training camp, I smoke. I smoke about every day. I smoke about every night. I use it for recovery. It helps me sleep. I get a good 8 hours every day.
Now I have a question for you. Now, because I know that if you smoke a lot of weed, now you're trying to recover. You're trying to stay at a certain weight. You have to stay at a certain, you gotta cut weight or whatever like that. Now, I don't know about you, but some people that I know when they smoke natural marijuana, they get the urge to eat whatever the fuck they got in the cupboard, and they want to hate to hate the ice box and to put their hands in the cookie jar. How come how you gonna fight that? You keep natural snacks around? Don't you get the munchies?
I do get the munchies, man. I do, and it is hard, but that's why you kind of smoke as late as you can. Because once I have a time to where by the time I smoke, I'm getting ready to go to bed.
So why you do my podcast when you're getting ready to go to bed, porra?
Because
You call over your friends when you're getting ready to bed? Go to bed? Yeah.
Yeah, no, but today's Friday. It's an exception.
Yeah.
So I only have one practice on Friday, so I smoke a little. I smoke a little earlier just to be higher.
Oh,
to be higher the majority of the day.
You want to take the edge off and to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Boy, it's a good life.
Yeah, that is a good life.
Good life, boy.
Yeah, for you. But speaking of the good life, would it kill you to share some of your forte with your Uncle Renato? I've noticed that in none of your victory did you ever mention the capoeira takedowns that I worked on with you at Chef Planet headquarters. When I taught you those takedowns, I even have photograph footage of me showing you the ones.
Yeah, shit, my bad, too, Renato. I want to apologize for that to my Uncle Renato. To all the Laranjinas out there.
Well, don't apologize to me. Tell them on the next time you win a title or whatever. That's when it means something. Otherwise, you just.
The next time, ladies and gentlemen, the next time I win my title, I'm gonna thank Uncle and Chio Renato for my victory for the capoeira kick, huh?
Well, not the capoeira. It was the takedown. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of takedown in capoeira, and they mistake it for hassling or whatever, but it's a takedowns. It was developed by African in Brazil and Portugal. But anyway, that's another story. So how the fuck a kid from the black area of South Sanch with two Mexican parents got himself went all the way to the Olympic?
Oh, boy, that's a very long story, but I started wrestling at the age of 11.
And what made you to do that? The black kids was kicking the shit out of you?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. It was survival of the fittest. I think being the smallest, it was always, a challenge and whatnot. Being the smallest, everybody tried to pick on you.
You were short.
Yeah, short, and I just pretty much I grew up fighting, so I think wrestling made sense for me, and I loved it, man.
Because you could attack the bottom of people's feet.
Exactly, it was easier, and also I was just made for a Chio Renato. I was like a genetic freak, man.
Wow.
And I fell in love with the Chio when I saw the Olympics. I remember as a little kid, when I saw the Olympics for the first time, I fell in love with it, and then I found out that wrestling was at the Olympics. And I said, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do it for all the people in the Americas. And I did it. Chio Renato at the age of 21. Man.
So how did you get to the point? Like, okay, so you're 11 years old. How did you knew that you was gonna, what did you show you was good right off the bat? I mean, what's the story here?
Yeah, I was good, man. I was good initially. Like I've always been an athlete ever since I was born. My dad was genetic. He was a bodybuilder. He was a diver. And then my mom never smoked, never drank. And
look at you now.
I think it's just a mixture of good genes. I mean, even though I smoked too, only God could judge me.
Yeah, but I can. Your Uncle Henach's gonna judge you too, and you're making the case. See, you're confusing me here because now I start to think that your father really is black because you say you're a natural athlete and stuff like that. But then you fucked it all up when you said he was a diver because I know that he can't swim, porra, if he's black. So you're sending mixed signal here to the fan out there.
Yeah, my bad, fans, my bad, man. I wish I was more like Uncle Henach.
Well, that's never gonna happen. Okay. Okay, let's rewind here because I'm getting fucking confused. You grew up in Compton, and then they move you. At what age they move you to wherever? Arizona? What part of Arizona?
Yeah, so now I live in Arizona. So now so after California, we left when I left. I started school in New Mexico. Then eventually, like 2 years later, I moved to Arizona.
Why they move you out there? Why you to get away from the neighborhood?
Yeah, pretty much to just a better life, man. I think at that time, even South Central was. You remember Uncle Henach?
Yeah, I mean,
it was a little challenging.
Yeah, you probably move out. Did you experience the Hyatts out there? Were you there 90 whatever, 92 or 1 or whatever?
Yeah, I think we were. I think we left California in 94.
Oh, so you don't remember the Hyatt though out there?
No, I don't necessarily remember, but I remember we just got the hell out of there.
I'm not talking about the Hyatt Regency. I'm talking about the LA Hyatt with.
Yeah, I mean, you mean the riot?
That's what I said. But you was out there probably looting your first pair of Haslin shoes, your first pair of Jordan. Tell the truth.
Well,
I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't want to get you busted. I'm not gonna get you busted here. But then okay, so you got out there, and then wait, what's your last name mean? Cejudo.
Cejudo. What is it? What?
What's your last name? The meaning of that one? Do it mean something? You know, like I used to know a guy in New York, a Puerto Rican guy, and his name was Paniagua, and it means bread and water.
Yeah, Cejudo actually means eyebrow.
No, I thought it means pork. Don't it mean pork?
No, not that I know of. Maybe in French, but
no.
not in Spanish.
Okay, so it means eyebrows?
Yeah, so Cejudo, Ceja is eyebrow, and then Cejudo is 2 eyebrows. So it kind of means bushy eyebrows.
So at least you have 2 of that one. Wait, so you one means that it's 2 eyebrow or 1 eyebrow?
2 eyebrows.
Oh, thank God, porra. Because you have 1 eyebrow, it's a different situation. Okay, so that means it's 2 eyebrow. Well, how come it should be Dos Cejudos, just so you know, like Dos Anjos.
Yeah, like Dos Anjos.
Yeah, so it's Dos Cejudos. Okay, so you and your eyebrows went to Arizona, and then you was getting the shit kicked out of you before you getting beat up by black kids. Now you got more Mexicans beating the shit out of you in Arizona. What part of Arizona there?
Yeah, so I grew up in the west side of Phoenix, so it's called Maryville.
It's called what?
So it's called Maryville.
Maryville?
Yeah, Maryville.
Oh, God, it don't sound very merry to me, bro. I sound like Mexicanville.
Yeah, but that's kind of exactly how it was. So, my upbringing, and actually, was a humble upbringing, like a typical first generation Mexican American. I think in my situation, first generation American, because my mom was a Mexican immigrant. So, I got into wrestling. I loved it. I moved out to the Olympic Training Center when I was 17 years, and when I was 17 years old, I was still in high school, my junior year.
So you was that good? You was that good where they move you? They said let's let this kid to train in the Olympic Center.
Yes. So that's kind of how it worked out. I was dominating everybody in the country, and then my brother got offered to go to the Olympic Training Center right out of high school. He got recruited to go out there and try to make an Olympic team.
What's his name?
And then
Deshaun?
No. My brother's name is Angel.
Well, Angel.
Angel, yeah. Angel. So he went out there, and then I went out there with him, and then they saw me, and they liked me. They just offered me a spot. They're like, "Hey man, you wanna train too?" And I just, I said, "Yeah, this is my dream." So a lot of my pretty much teenage years was a lot focused on the Olympics or whatnot.
So do you feel now that you having some success with the UFC and shit like that? Now you letting your hair down and you're trying to enjoy some pussy and some marijuana that you missed out on in those years?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. When you sacrifice a lot, and when you play hard, when you go hard, you play hard, right?
Yeah, porra. Yeah, well, yeah, you gotta be hard all the time. I want you to subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, I'm not joking about that subscribing, okay?